The last example will be if an archipelago is a group of land surrounded by water, so that is a fact, then Philippines is an archipelago. So your hypothesis here is an archipelago is a group of land surrounded by water, so that statement is a fact, okay? Since Philippines is a type of land surrounded by water, so we can say that Philippines is an archipelago. So this statement is true, okay? Our hypothesis here is an archipelago is a group of land surrounded by water. Our conclusion here is Philippines is an archipelago. Next, let's now identify another hypothesis conclusion of a given statement. Then, we're going to convert it into if and then statement. Number one given is cigarette smoking is dangerous to your health. Our hypothesis here may be cigarette smoking is dangerous. Then your conclusion may be smoking is dangerous to your health. Okay? Don't be confused kung bakit parang nagkakaroon ng additional words doon sa ating mga part ng hypothesis and conclusion kasi kailangan natin makabuo ng kumpletong statement. Now, if we're going to convert it into if and then statement, magkakaroon talaga siya ng additional words. If you smoke cigarettes, so that is your if statement, then your health is in danger. So this part is the conclusion part. Okay? So it is connected by if and then statement. So again, if you smoke cigarettes, comma, then your health is in danger. Make sure to include as a subject. So your subject here is you. Okay? If you smoke cigarettes, then your health is in danger. Next one is it is more fun in the Philippines. You can say that uh, there's fun in the Philippines, and your conclusion is there's more fun. Okay, it or you maybe we can say that your hypothesis is travel in the Philippines. Then your conclusion will be it's more fun. Okay, so if the if and then statement will be if you travel in the Philippines, so that is our hypothesis, comma, then it will be more fun. So that will be your conclusion. Okay? So ano yung dinagdag natin dito? Travel. Kinuha lang naman natin yung thought dun sa sa given. It is more fun in the Philippines. So kailangan maka-create ka ng parang isang story, 'di ba? Or isang buong sentence. So if you travel in the Philippines, so nag-add lang tayo ng travel na word, then it will be more fun. So this is an if and then statement. Next, let's convert the given statement again into an if and then statement. A segment has exactly one midpoint. You should be familiar with the word segment. What is a segment? Segment is a type of a line, okay? So your hypothesis here will be a line is a segment. So line is a type of a segment is a type of a line, okay? If a line is a segment, then it has only one midpoint, okay? So that will be your if and then statement. Always don't forget to put if on the start, comma on the middle, and the word then after the comma. Angles in a linear pair are supplementary. Angles in a linear pair are supplementary. Our hypothesis here will be if the angles are linear pair, okay? Then they are supplementary. So we can call angles that are linear pair as supplementary. If the angles are linear pair, comma, then they are supplementary. So this is a very easy lesson in math. Next, we have here following questions. Which part of the statement is hypothesis? Conclusion. Usually, the hypothesis is always the starting statement, and the conclusion is your final statement. What is your basis in making conclusion? Your basis in making conclusion should always based on the given hypothesis. Okay? Kung ano yung hypothesis, syempre doon ka maggagawa ng judgment mo o ng result from it. What would happen if you interchange the hypothesis and the conclusion? We could interchange, yes, the hypothesis and the conclusion, but the result will not be the same as the original statement. Pwede kasing pag pinagbaliktad natin ang hypothesis sa conclusion ay mag-false ito. Is there an instance that there are false if and then statement? Why? Yes. Okay, lalo na kung hindi naman nasusupport ng hypothesis mo yung conclusion, ay, ng conclusion mo yung hypothesis mo. So, may tendency na mag-false yung if and then statement mo. Okay po? We have here an example of a conditional statement. So, the if and then statement is also called the conditional statement. In example 1, P, so P is our hypothesis. Hypothesis is denoted by letter P, represents I do my homework. And Q is the denotation for conclusion, which represents I get my allowance from example 1. The statement P is to Q, so this symbol is read as P is to Q or hypothesis is to conclusion, is a conditional statement which represents if P then Q. A conditional statement symbolized by P is to Q is an if-then statement in which P is a hypothesis and Q is a conclusion. The logical connector in a conditional statement is denoted by the symbol. So, dinedenote natin siya by the symbols P and Q. The conditional is defined to be true unless a true hypothesis leads to a false conclusion. A truth table for P is to Q is shown next. So here's the table showing the relationship of the hypothesis to conclusion. So kapag daw yung hypothesis natin ay true, then yung conclusion din natin ay true, ang ating conditional statement ay magiging true din. Kapag naman ang ating hypothesis ay true, pero ang conclusion natin ay false, syempre magpo-false ang ating statement. Kasi yung supporting mismong ating magsusupport sana sa ating hypothesis ay nag-false, so hindi ito magto-true talaga. Hindi ito magre-resulted sa true. Next. Yung ating hypothesis ay pwedeng false, yes, kasi wala pa namang magsusupport sa kanya, no? Pwedeng opinion pa lang to, so hindi pa natin masasabi kung fact siya. So, kapag false ito, pero nasuportahan naman siya ng true conclusion, magto-true ang ating conditional statement. And last, kapag false ang ating hypothesis at false din ang ating conclusion, syempre true yun. Bakit magiging true yun? Kasi, ah, false yung opinion. False din yung iyong hypothesis. So, tama lang naman na negative to negative. Okay? So, magto-true yung ating statement. For example, kapag hindi ka nagsipag, hindi ka makakuha ng mataas na grade. So, parehas false yun, di ba? Or negative, let's say negative statements. Pero true ang result. So the solution, in example 1, the sentence, I do my homework is the hypothesis and the sentence, I get my allowance is the conclusion. Thus, the conditional piece to Q represents the hypothetical proposition. If I do my homework, then I get an allowance. However, as you can see from the truth table above, doing your homework does not guarantee that you will get an allowance. In other words, there is not always a cause and effect relationship between the hypothesis and conclusion of a conditional statement. Okay, hindi laging magagaranti natin na true ang mabubuo nating conditional statement based from the given hypothesis and conclusion.